Reunions down here at Bondi are usually quite nice, quite emotional. But for this one, she says you guys are dumb.
Sean has suffered a potentially serious neck injury. His wife is unimpressed.
You always have to do this when we're on vacation.
He's injured.
Tourists from around the world flock to experience Bondi's charms. But the best laid plans can go very wrong. A man has come to the tower complaining of neck pain.
Well, I went back in the water with the kids and I couldn't hold on to come back up.
We just might have to put you on a spinal and take it first.
Canadian tourist Sean was dumped by a wave and slammed headfirst into the sand.
How's that feel?
If he's broken any bones, sudden movement could leave the father of two crippled.
Don't remember Lifeguards. Can you call us an ambulance?
Sean's wife is unaware her husband has suffered a neck injury.
Is your mum in here?
My mom's like on the beach.
Yeah.
You might have to
go get your mum.
But Sean's neck might be the least of his worries on the family's dream holiday.
Sure, my wife's going to be very happy. This was our only day at the beach. Colorado instead.
Yeah, no, I'm going down there.
Finally, Sean's wife arrives.
What's going on?
You always have to do this when we're on vacation. I'm pissed off.
Get in.
He's injured. Anyway, is that your wife? It's your wife.
When she speaks, that's a problem.
Oh my goodness. I know how to review this.
It's not my fault.
No, it's not your fault at all.
Planned it by some kid behind
It's
me.
a dangerous country. It kind of tilt forward.
Yeah, it kind of cracked against the sand.
His wife is unimpressed. Maxi steps in as peacemaker.
Calm down a little bit, darling. What happened?
We're on bloody vacation.
Yeah, I know you're on vacation, but...
Just leave her to cool down. She's off her head.
Is she? Yeah. Is she? Do we need another ambulance for the wife?
I don't know, maybe.
That's what I get deal with.
But Maxi may have bitten off more than he can chew.
I've been shaken up for 2 years like this, okay? So don't tell me he's shaken up.
Might give you something just to stop you vomiting on the way.
Maxi is concerned Sean may need special protection.
The copper's hanging around too, mate, so if she, if she carries on...
Now Chapo tries to calm the situation.
I'll explain it all to you. It's just that he might have done a little bit of spinal cord damage. No, he hasn't done any spinal cord damage. He might have done his neck. And if we don't do this, it'll get worse.
Cheerio, Dad.
How am I supposed to go there?
Taxi or...
Are you serious? In Montreal, we go in the ambulance with him.
Yeah. They'll sort it out.
I think we'll be able to fit you in. Everyone going to be nice and calm? Yeah? All right. 1, 2, 3, up. He's going to make it, all right? It's not too serious. Come on.
She was a piece of work.
She's just going to make the situation a zillion times worse if she carries on like a pork chop. She was.
An older man lying motionless on the sand.
And you don't want to think the worst, but it kind of just naturally happens.
On a classic Bondi day, Fatty, Hoppo and Baggis are on tower duty when an unusual report comes in.
Yeah, okay. Oh, no worries. We'll just send someone down to have a look. Easy. No worries.
An older man is lying on the beach, motionless.
Was it someone passed here?
That guy in the blue shorts, like, just straight through there, like he's in a weird sort of a fetal position almost.
Years earlier, a similar situation faced by lifeguards ended in tragedy.
I might just walk down there, eh? He said he's been like that for a while.
It's like 1 year ago.
Yeah, I know. I know the story. Yeah, as I'm approaching this guy, unfortunately, the thought that first came into my head was a story I've heard down here of one of the lifeguards about 10 years ago, approaching a guy on the beach in a similar situation and he was dead. And you don't want to think the worst, but it kind of just naturally happens.
It's like an older guy. Yeah, just in an awkward position, I think. He was having the best nap ever. I can't believe he called his nap.
Yeah, I couldn't win. The worst result was he was dead and had to deal with that terrible situation. The better result, which is still not a good result, is I wake up a guy having to sleep on the beach. So yeah, I was in a bit of a pickle, really.
Buddy, why'd you wake him up from his nap?
Yeah, he was filthy. His words were quite nice, but the look he gave me was just daggers. He really wasn't impressed.
He was just in the middle of just a perfect afternoon nap and Fatty woke him.
Yeah, we get some funny jobs down here and some stuff that definitely falls out of the lifeguarding realm.
He's bumming. He's just in a bag.
He's on his lunch break. He's like, oh, my lunch break, I still got 20 minutes left. I was like, I'm so sorry to wake you up. It's what makes it interesting, the ones that just come out of you out of nowhere, so they're different.
She had quite blue lips and a distinct rash on all over her back.
Then, crucial information from Chelsea's dad.
About 2.5 hours ago, she had some shrimp for the first time with them.
While I was sitting in the towel, I sort of just heard a bit of panic coming from behind the gate.
Yes. My daughter's not feeling well. Her whole mouth is swollen up.
What's happened? Is she eating something? Coming in. Thank you.
The first thing I noticed when I saw her, she had quite blue lips and a distinct rash on all over her back.
14-year-old Chelsea and her parents are visiting from South Africa.
So what's happened?
Look at her lips. It never looks like that.
Okay. Has she got any allergies at all?
Not that we know of.
We needed to work out what had happened to her. We needed to use a process of elimination.
No, she got stung at all? Yeah.
I'm not sure. I wasn't with her in the water, so it could be a blue bottle. I'm not sure.
Beardy and Jackson need answers fast.
She's having a reaction. Her lips is all swollen up. Yeah. Have you been in the water?
Yeah. We asked whether she was in the water or anything she'd been in contact with.
Ambulance, Bondi Beach. It's the lifeguard tower.
Can you feel any restriction breathing in your throat?
We weren't getting the answers we needed, so we're just trying to work out what it is.
Then, crucial information from Chelsea's dad.
About 2.5 hours ago, she had some shrimp for the first time with them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Dad tells us she's had prawns, so straight away for me, anaphylaxis.
Yeah, I think probably maybe a bit of anaphylaxis to it.
Can you
Yeah, we can have an EpiPen. We've got an EpiPen there.
With the EpiPen, you put that straight into a patient's leg and that administers life-saving adrenaline.
We're going to call the paramedics to come down.
We do all the training down at the beach with the EpiPen, but I'd actually never administered the pen before. It's not an easy technique. Both the ends actually look quite similar.
There's a button on one end, and if you put it in the wrong way, you get the needle straight in the thumb, and it is a thick gauge needle.
I was about to give her the pen and I was reading the instructions on the proper technique.
Anaphylaxis to seafood. We're administering an EpiPen.
I'm feeling a bit nervous at this point. I honestly think I'd be better off paddling out in 8-foot surf trying to pick up the patient.
All right.
Just lean. It's okay.
One, two. That's all right. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
There you go. That's okay. That'll make you feel better. That's all right. That's all right. How are you feeling better?
A little bit.
A little bit?
As soon as I administered the pen into Chelsea's leg, within moments, she was feeling 1,000 times better.
I'm a little strong.
Look, it's the first for everything. It was the first time I've given an EpiPen too. So I tried to act like I knew what I was doing, but I think we got it in there.
Just stuck in.
Yeah. You look like you're feeling much better. Yeah. That's good.
I know the next time that I'm faced with a situation like this, I'll be a lot calmer because I know exactly what to do. The ambos feel as though it's the safest thing to take her back to the hospital to make sure she's okay.
Jacko's developing really well as a lifeguard. He's really picked the reins up and he's tracking really well.
That might be her first and last prawn, and hope she enjoyed it because instead of the prawns, she might have to stick to the hot chippies.
This guy literally could have touched the sand within 30 centimetres and he couldn't do that.
Leading board and patient, Ryan heads for the drowning man.
Giving up a piece of equipment to go help someone else, you got to have no other option.
But if a wave comes now, he could end up with 2 people in the water and no rescue board.
I was up in the tower and I spotted a few people in trouble down at Backpackers. Put the call out over the radio for the South Rhino to respond to it.
Yeah, South Rhino, here onto that, obviously.
And there was a bit of a pause.
When no one responds, Harries believes the call must be for him.
I have to say it again, I didn't pick that up that well.
In turn, Mouse is led to believe Harries must be in the South End buggy.
I was just letting you know we're watching what you're watching, those two guys.
But Harries is positioned in front of the North Flags, helping a member of the public find his bearings on the beach.
It looks bad, but it isn't bad. It's, you know, it just kind of goes off the shore. Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm looking at guys that look like they're semi-drowning, eh? They are very, very bad right now.
You know, I started to get worried, like, what's Harries doing?
I said, Mouse, what's the location?
Backpackers, 2 guys. You're going to have to go in for sure, I reckon. Oh, I'm up the flags.
Did I say Harries or did I say South Rhino?
If Harries isn't in the southern buggy, then who is?
Eventually, I realised...
Got that boys down the end?
It was actually Ryan that was down south at Backpackers.
Ryan doesn't realise that Mouse is referring to swimmers directly in front of his position at the South End buggy.
Straight in front of you, 2 guys, Backpackers.
Until Mouse makes it crystal clear.
Go. And we're going.
I would be lying if I didn't say there's a little bit of panic because you've missed something and, you know, you don't know how long they've been in trouble.
There were 2 patients, a girl and a guy, and the girl was furthest out.
Do you want to go down south? I might have to back him up here. Yeah, copy.
I look out and I see a guy, and he was a non-swimmer.
He's just on the shore. He's so close, but he's seen throw his hand up there. Got him, baby.
Harries thought I was talking to him and he was up here, and then they just went from bad to really, really bad really quick.
As you're paddling out, you are seeing them for a little bit, and then as you crest back down again, you start to lose sight of it. Hoping that the next time you bob back up again, they're still there and you're not looking out to nothing. You don't want it to have it any worse than that. She was literally seconds away.
Ryan tries to direct the man out of the rip and back to shore. But he's a very poor swimmer and struggles to stay afloat.
This guy literally could have touched the sand within 30 centimetres and he couldn't do that.
Probably one of the golden rules as a lifeguard is always have a piece of equipment with you.
Leading board and patient,
Hold up.
Ryan heads for the drowning man.
Giving up a piece of equipment to go help someone else, you got to have no other option.
But if a wave comes now, he could end up with 2 people in the water and no rescue board. Over a 21-year career, Harries has carried out over 3,000 rescues.
I know people drown in bathtubs, so I knew I had to frantically get out there to him before he drowned.
A member of the public swims to help.
It's like seeing a guardian angel, especially when it's Harries.
And you slip. Like that, yeah. Come back, yeah, that's it.
Maria is from Chile. It's her first time to Bondi.
Oh, brother. Yeah.
Maria's friend Ogalo offers an excuse for getting in trouble.
Crab. Yeah, it's a problem.
Maria and Ogalo have only known each other for a few days.
Yo fui con mi compañero adentro del agua y pensé que él me iba a ayudar, pero no me ayudó. Y yo me estaba ahogando, necesitaba ayuda y el salvavidas vino a ayudarme. Ok, pero pasó un susto muy grande.
I'm from Brazil. And this my cramps. Cramp is very strong. Problem not move my leg.
Ogalo's excuse isn't cutting it with Maria.
Al agua conmigo, que yo te ayudo, y yo te salvo, y cuando yo estaba dentro del agua, súper confiada, el güey no me ayudó. Y yo ahí toda desesperada ahogándome, entonces ahora venía a hablarme así como, no, tranquila, discúlpame, please, discúlpame, no. Quiere hablarme ahora y no. Bye.
He's taken this beautiful lady out into the water and their romantic little date's gone awfully wrong.
Casi muero.
Cramp or no cramp, this guy's gone from a stud to a dud.
Ya no quiere venir.
The miscommunication between Maria and Ogalo wasn't the only cause for confusion on the beach.
I thought the call was for Harries when, yeah, actually it was for me.
Senior lifeguards are continually looking for ways to improve the service.
It is quite easy sometimes to miss stuff, and that happens in every workplace.
Good work, Reidy. Yeah, baby.
Lesson I take away from this is just, yeah, communication is the lifeline, and you got to make sure that you're doing it correct and you're doing it right.
It comes with experience, you know, everyone does it in the early stages of their career. Just get used to those situations, you grow through them and become a better lifeguard. Reunions down here at Bondi are usually quite nice, quite emotional, but for this one...
Reuniting a family is a precious moment.
You know, we do our best to try and find or reunite the family.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
But not every reunion ends with a happy family.
Yeah, so I had a knock on the door. There was a family there, and they were obviously quite nervous and upset.
Jane and her children have come to do some sightseeing at Bondi.
Hello. My mom got lost on the beach.
Mum?
Yeah, I think that she's 75.
So the family were on the way down to Bondi on the bus, and the family got off the bus at the bus stop, but their little grandma went to the next stop, which is all the way down the other side of Bondi, which is a kilometre away. Where did you... Oh, you have your mobile phone, is it? Yeah. So after chatting with Mum, we realised that Grandma had a mobile phone, so we decided to give her a call.
哦，老妈，你走肯定走过了，我们现在在中间那个 beach 的中间啊。
Naturally, you'd be thinking Grandma would be quite upset, quite nervous about her position, her situation, but...
老妈，喂。
But it turned out Grandma, in general, is quite a grumpy grandma.
那你不，我们不要老是找来找去，你老是找来找去看不到，不就错过去了吗？我现在就在这个塔这里。
I can't speak Mandarin, but you can tell when there's a bit of a stoush going on, and there was definitely something brewing between Mum and Grandma over the phone.
就是这个中间有个塔，这个不会走，我就在塔这里。
I had a chat to Mum. We're trying to calm Mum down and try and work out where she was.
Where do you think she is?
She said she was at the end of the beach.
Mouse hopes Grandma can identify her location by pointing out any nearby landmarks.
When you're picking a landmark, you want something that stands out, quite unique.
垃圾桶，这到处都有垃圾桶啊。
Rubbish bin.
Rubbish bin. You pick that one up near the rubbish bin?
Garbage bins, very common here at Bondi. Got them stationed about every 100 metres along the promenade. Not a good landmark.
She can see a helicopter.
A helicopter at, 2,000 feet doing 400 kilometres an hour, again, it's not a good landmark.
We need a more substantial landmark.
Using his intimate knowledge of Bondi,
I know it.
Mouse thinks he knows which garbage bins Grandma is talking about.
Even though we weren't getting great information in terms of landmarks, I knew she'd definitely be at the northern side of the beach because I knew that bus route. And I know there's always a large amount of garbage bins at North Bondi.
I'm just going to take them down now. I think I know.
Mouse commissions 9-year-old grandson Amos as his deputy.
Amos didn't seem worried one bit about Grandma. He was just really enjoying the whole experience of it all. Looking for an old Asian lady.
She's okay, don't worry. You worry too much. You worry too much.
Amos boss. You've got to look up here.
You seen Deano?
No.
Got her. Yeah? Yeah.
Reunions down here at Bondi are usually quite nice, quite emotional.
She wearing a white hat?
Yes.
But for this one, mate, it didn't go down like that one bit.
She's pissed off, huh?
She was furious.
Hello. Seems a little bit pissed off, but...
Chapo holds the fort with the rest of the family.
Have a look in the buggy. I reckon they've found her. She wearing a white hat?
Yes. That's it. Oh, good job.
When I finally got Grandma in the buggy, her and the grandson, they were just basically going at it. I can't understand what they're saying, but they're screaming in their language at each other, like, aggressively. I kind of gave them some space, like it was a family moment, but it went on for that long that I had to get involved.
She says that
She says you guys are dumb.
she's dumb.
It's a good adventure for her.
Look, she looks very happy. She gets her ride. She's getting her ride in the buggy. Look at her. She's looking at it. As you get older, your tolerance, I suppose, goes down a little bit and you tend to get grumpy pretty easy. So, you know, that could have been the case.
You go here this way, Grandma. Grandma. Mama. Like any family, you know, you can get at each other's throats. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, that family were very happy to see Grandma.
Reunited, the family are free to continue their adventure.
What's your name?
Michael.
Michael. Grandma is always independent and not good at team working.
I've been down here for 12 years and I've had a lot of experiences thrown at me. But no, I've never experienced a family reunion like that before. To become a master lifeguard down at Bondi takes a lot of experience, but all you can do at Bondi is roll with the punches. You're always going to be faced with new challenges here, and that's what's so great about this place.